let's take a quick look now at using comments in our code. Here I am back in the program we wrote earlier. And let's just take this line we wrote out hello world again. Let's copy that and put it back in a couple more times. Let's just say hello world 1, 2, and 3. Now if we go ahead and run our program down here, we'll see that all three of those lines get written out, right? Hello world 1, 2, and 3. So using comments, right, we can add information into our source code, right? So I mean, first I'll use a line comment, so I'll just do a // say this is a comment. And this comment only exists until I get to the new line, right? You'll notice that even the IDE is using a different color text to make the comment stand out. Right? But if I run this, it's had no impact on what my program does. Right? Still says hello world 1, 2, and 3. Right? But if I go down to the next line here and I put a double slash in front of that, right? That line is now ignored by the compiler, right? So if I go ahead and run this, I get hello world 1, hello world 3, right? So it allows us again to just kind of have this comment that only exists for a single line, right? And of course, these comments can also be on a line by themselves, right? If I add a line here, I just type something like this is a standalone comment, right? I go ahead and run this guy again, right? No change in the output, right? Because again, the comment lasts until the end of the line, right? Now, block comments actually have distinct starting and ending points, right? So if before this method here, if I put a /*, that comment exists until the // right? So I can say this is the first line of a comment, right? And I can even add another line, say this is the second line of a comment. Right? I can have as many of these lines here as I want to, right? Because the comment doesn't end until it gets to the //. Using that same technique, block comments can start and end in the middle of the same line, right? So if I want to maybe just change this text here but not delete it, so I do a /*, and I put a // at the end, and now I put in here, this is different text. Right? Everything between the /* and // is ignored, but then once we hit the end of the block comment, the compiler looks at it again, right? Or I should say the compiler sees the text again, right? So if I go over here and I run this now, I get my hello world 1, but then I get this is different text. Right? So the really key thing there is that the // comment just exists until the very end of the line. The block comments have distinct starting and ending points. One thing to be aware of in block comments is that you cannot nest them. Right? So I've got a block comment here at the top, but this is the first line of a comment, this is the second line of a comment. If I put a /* in here, you notice that when I have that second // the one at the bottom now shows up as an error because the compiler doesn't have a distinct idea of for every starting block comment there's an ending block. Basically, as soon as it sees the very first encounter of // all the comments are ended. So you cannot nest block comments. Now, it is okay to put line comments inside of a block comment. Right? So if I put a // line comment in here, right, that's not an error. Now, you wouldn't intentionally do that, really, because you're already in a comment block, so why put a line comment in there? But if you happen to have an existing line comment and you wrap it in a block comment, that's still safe. The bottom line here is that comments allow us to put text inside of our source code that we don't want to be seen by the compiler, right? Whether it's notes to ourselves or another human being, or we just want certain source code to be ignored for some period of time.